Okay, so I do another one as I'm getting ready at night to go to bed. So I get up bright and early. So this one I thought I'd talk about is vacations with Sjogrens. I love vacations. Love them, but I like them with just my husband and I. We go on quite a few with just us. We have 4 kids between the two of us. He has 2 and I have 2 from previous marriages. We've been married, it'll be 5 years in August. My kids are 17 and 13. I maybe already went over this, but his are 8 and 10. We try to do a vacation every year around our birthdays. Our birthdays are 1 day apart. They're in October. So this year we actually just planned a cruise because I turned 40 this year. My husband turns 35. So there's a little 5-year age difference. About 6 years ago, before we were married, we took all the kids and one of my nieces so she could help us out because the youngest, obviously, if she's 8 now, she was only 2. 2 and 4, and then my daughter would have been, what, 7? And we took them all to Disney World. We did 2-day passes, you know, whenever you wanted to go. We stayed at a resort. My in-laws have a timeshare down there in Orlando. So we stayed at their timeshare. Beautiful place. It was Wyndham, Bonnet Creek. Highly recommend it. Anyhow, we went down there for a whole week. Stayed down there and went around the park. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law went, and their son, or no, her niece. She didn't have her son yet. And we had a ball. And that night, my legs were shot. When I say shot, they hurt to walk. It ached like crazy to walk, and I got those red dots all over my legs. Both legs from like the kneecap down were done. So I knew we could not go to Disney again the very next day because that's pretty much me recuperating. So we didn't. We stayed at the resort. Order to fix it is my legs is elevate them and lots of ibuprofen. We went again the next time, next day, well, a day later, took a day off, went the very next day, and same thing. So I do not like amusement parks. I do not like fairs where I'm going to walk a lot. Now, if I'm really going to a local county fair that's, I think I'll only be there a couple hours, I'll suffer through it and do it, but not Disney. My husband would like to do Disney again for his girls because, obviously the 8-year-old. We did take, we took his 2 again 3 years ago in March. So they're a little older with my in-laws, my mother-in-law and father-in-law. And same thing. My legs were done. So he knows I do not have any desire whatsoever to go back to Disney World. He wants to get me a wheelchair. I don't feel I'm sick enough for a wheelchair. But I might actually consider it because I know how much pain I'm in. Like that night and then the entire next day. It's just, it hurts to walk. It hurts a lot to walk. So I will hopefully not go to Disney. But anyways, besides Disney, we've been on 4 cruises. My husband and I, once with 3 of the girls. My son, who's 17 now, when he was 15, was he 15? No, he was 16. I gave him the option. He chose not to go. So, I didn't take him. But we took the 3 girls, and we only did a 3-day cruise with them to the Bahamas. And we just went to a beach for the day. We walked to the beach. We didn't feel like planning any excursions with the cruise company. So, we just walked and paid $40 for 2 beach chairs, an umbrella, and you got 6 alcoholic drinks, and the kids got unlimited soda. So, I thought that was a good deal because otherwise, obviously you want a cruise and you do an excursion, it's ridiculously priced, which our very first cruise was when we got married. We did an excursion at 3 stops. We did a 7-day cruise and we had 3 stops and we did an excursion every stop. One was parasailing. Loved it. I would do it again in a heartbeat. I was nervous as heck, but you know what? In the end result, so much fun. We had planned a beach day, but my husband, I'm trying to think what we did. I can't think what we did. Because we had like 3 beachy things. And he's like, can we just do something maybe historical? So we went to Mexico, Cozumel. And then took the boat over to the mainland. And then went to Coba, one of the Mayan ruins. Now that was pretty cool. They rushed us through that. So we weren't there very long. So that wasn't too bad. But it was August. And it was like 100 degrees. So it was hot as heck. But I love the warmth. I'm always cold. So I'm all about the warmth. And that was fun. I have to say that was a blast. So we did, I cannot even think. I'll have to ask my husband. I can't remember what we did. Oh, Jamaica. In Jamaica, we did an all-inclusive at a hotel resort area. Paid, I think, $80 or whatever. Got unlimited food and alcohol. And I'm not a huge drinker at all. My husband, he was drunk. And I got embarrassed. So, but if you knew my husband, he's ex-Mormon. Mormons do not drink alcohol. So, I think he's trying to make up for lost times. I've never been a drinker. I will have 1 or 2 here and there, but it's not a big thing for me to want to do. So, that was our first cruise. But like I said, we booked an excursion that entire, all 3 stops, and we decided never again will we book an excursion. Well, we're going in March on another cruise with our neighbors. We absolutely adore our neighbors. We moved into our house 2 years ago in March, and we've gotten so close with our neighbors. So we're going with 2 other couples, and I'm with no kids. No kids are going this time. They've never been on vacation without their kids, either one. One of them has 5, ranging from 10 years old to 6 months. 6-month-old was a oops baby. But she had 4 girls, and then the oops baby was a boy. So, I believe it happened for a reason. And the other one has 3 kids. And she is Mormon, which is kind of ironic, I guess. So, my husband, I don't know what's going with that. Him being, my Mormon. My in-laws were tickled pink. Sorry, that's my dog. He wanted a dog toy that's a pig. And he's bringing it to me at my feet. So, Chewy. So we are doing that in March. Into March, we're going on a cruise. And it's only a 4-day cruise to see if they like it. Shh. And then we're going to plan one. We have one planned for October 1st through the 8th. And I am ecstatic. I cannot wait. That's a 7-day cruise. And we will go to Cozumel again on that one. So we're going to Cozumel. We only have 1 stop in March. And we are going to Cozumel in March. My neighbors want to do snorkeling. We snorkeled when we went to a resort in Jamaica, my husband and I. And I loved it. So they want to snorkel. So I told him, let's go ahead and do the excursion this time. Since we never do it, we'll pay the dang money and do the snorkeling excursion. So I'm looking forward to that. But for the most part, water is great on my legs. I feel like awesome in water, but the sun obviously is not too good for you, but I love the sun. Now, I do put sunscreen on to make sure I keep covered up and stuff, but I adore the sun. And as soon as we retire, we've already said we're retiring south because we live in Ohio. We're going to Florida. I'm ready for warm air. Now, I might just be a snowbird, and it depends also where my kids are. If my kids decide to all venture south, then we'll just sell everything here and, our house and head south. But my stepkids live in Texas, so I don't know if they'll ever come and live near us or what, but so we'll see. But I love vacations. I want to plan a cruise every year. Twice a year. I want to do one in the spring and one in the fall, always around our birthdays. I just think that would be great. This will be our 5th cruise here in March, and then in October will be our 6th cruise. So I'm really looking forward to it. I just want to get my cruise points added up so I can get on to the next level. My face is really broken out right here, and I have no idea why. It's driving me crazy. So I gotta put something on it. So cruises are great. I think they're wonderful because you can go back and relax whenever the heck you want. And like our last stop, we went in October on a cruise with some friends. And when we went to, this is supposed to be like a Terminator for Zeds. My husband bought it, so I'm going to try it and leave it on overnight. Hopefully by morning I'll pull whatever's out and I can get the thing off my face. It's something I don't enjoy. Anyways, we went on a cruise in October with some friends and we had fun, but we hit Cozumel. So we decided not to get off the boat in Cozumel. That was our 3rd time there. So we're going again in March. That'll be our 4th time. We're going in October on one of our stops. So I'm sure my husband and I will stay on the boat for that chance. And then we hit Belize and I think Mahogany Bay, if I'm correct. My favorite stop so far to date is the Caymans. That's where we parasailed. Loved the Caymans. It's beautiful there. So tropical. So I want to get Eastern. I've yet to go Eastern. I just can't seem to plan a cruise around the Eastern Caribbean yet. I want to get some Virgin Islands, maybe some Caribbean South. I'd like to go to Aruba and all that on a boat, but one day, maybe it'll be next year's 2018. I'm actually trying to plan another one. My son graduates in 2018 and told him I wanted to take him somewhere as a graduation present before he goes off to college, and he could pick where. Chile. He said he wants to go somewhere where he can legally drink. I'm not all for that. He knows it. But I think he's all ready to go on a cruise finally. So that's all I had to say. I love to get out. I want to see the world. I want to go to England one day. My husband lived in England for 2 years serving his mission for the Mormons. So as a missionary. So I really want to go to England. I would like to see Australia. I figured I'll do that one day when I go to Hawaii. I want to do a Hawaii trip for a couple days. Jump on a cruise boat in Hawaii. And take a 17-day cruise and you end up in Australia. I saw one that's like that. And it stops in like Fiji, Bora Bora. Quite a few different stops. And I think that would be a blast. But that'll be when I get older. And we don't have kids to have to worry about. So, alright. I guess that's all for today. And I guess to wrap it up, I had a basketball game today. I just got home. It is 9:50 p.m. I got to be up at 4:30 in the morning. So I've had a later night tonight. Tomorrow I have physical therapy for my neck. I'm having a lot of pain in my shoulder. They found out my muscles are really tight. So I'm seeing a physical therapist to try to work out my muscles. Hopefully that works. Then I got Thursday basketball for my daughter, which she has a meniscus tear. So I'll just go watch her team. She will not be playing. Friday my son plays 30 minutes away from here, so I'll have to go to that game. And then Saturday, my daughter's tournament start for her team, about 45 minutes from here. And I've already decided, since she's not playing, I'm not going to the game. I'll drop her off at the school. She could ride. But I feel like I'm nonstop going, and I like to get into bed really early. Do I go to sleep? No. Hopefully I'm going to sleep by 11 tonight. That's my goal. But we'll see if I can stay off my iPad. It might work. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.